Hi, writers. Welcome back to the Writers Room. I'm so excited to be with you all. What a wonderful thing to come together on Monday mornings if you watch these when they come out and really decide to have a phenomenal week, make phenomenal progress as a visionary, as an innovator, as a creative genius. And that is who you are. It's what you are. It's why you're here. You wouldn't be here in this community in the writer's room if you weren't committed, you weren't called, you weren't saying yes in some level. And what I want to make sure is you get to not only say yes, but that you go all the way. That you go all the way. And so what we're talking about today is going all the way. Today is the first day of our Bestselling Book Bootcamp, 5 days where we're coming together. So hopefully you're joining. I know most of you are signed up. If you haven't already, you can still get in. It's free. Just grab the link here and join us. And even if it's the day after we start, just come in and join us because you will make a huge leap for me, when I have community, structure, accountability, support. And what's fun about a 5-day is that we just get into it, right? We kind of do this with our hands and we roll up our sleeves and we're like, I'm going to write every day for 5 days. I'm going to get clear on what it is that I even want to write. I'm going to get clear on how to put it together and I'm going to make some progress. So people did this boot camp even a couple months ago when we did one in the fall and are done their books. Do you want to be done your book in 3 months? Like, come to the boot camp, right? And so what I'm talking about today, the principle here is decisions determine our destiny. So if you decide to go all the way, you're going to need support, at least if you're like me. Some of you might be just like, I don't need support. I just get an idea. I follow through. I don't question myself. I make the time. I stay in action. And that is awesome because then you just don't, need the boot camp and just go right and get it done. But most of us, for me, I thrive. I will stretch further and farther when I have community, accountability, support. People care, right? And so your decisions determine your destiny. So let's decide. The homework this week, the mission, if you choose to accept it, is to decide to go all the way with your project. Decide to go all the way, whether that's a book, an article, your blog, something in your business, your talk. Go all the way. And if you're not coming to the boot camp or you can't attend live, you can get the recordings. But then we have a whole month coming up with our book accelerator. It's our best-selling book accelerator. We've never done this before, an entire month of support for you to have an experience of working just for a session with an editor on some of your pages and coaching with me and coaching our community and writing. We're going to have writing parties where we come together on Zoom and just hit mute and get after it and write. You're going to generate so much work. So think Bootcamp Accelerator. You can click below here and find out the details for the accelerator if you want to join us for not only a week of support, but a month, right? We get to go all in. We get to decide. And one of the fail safes, and this is what my message to you from the writer's room, this is preamble to decisions determine our destiny. One of the ways I have made absolutely sure that I will follow through on my vision and go all the way is by what Brendan Burchard calls making it social. So I'm going to give you a real life example that's happening in real time right now. So I have a fiction book that I finished last year. My agent is shopping that right now. Then I started the nonfiction book that I am still working on, and another one just swooped in. So this is what we're going to get clear on in the boot camp. Which one first? You have 10 ideas. Which one do you do now? But this surprise book, like a surprise pregnancy, just happened. And I knew that in order to reach my goals with the other books, if I was going to do this, I needed to go all in, and I needed to do it with absolute efficiency, because otherwise I would get sort of stuck and I would lose the timing on my other books and all the things, right? So so that's really scary for me. I've helped a lot of clients write books quickly, but I'm write a book a year like timeline. That's just what I have enjoyed. But this one felt different. The energy was different. And it was like, no, this is a very powerful. So I told our whole community, I told our members of Thought Leader Academy, I told my husband, I made it social. I said, I'm going to write this book in about a month. And I'm going to slate it for March publication so that it comes out for International Women's Month. It's a book about empowerment for women around the fourth pillar of Thought Leader Academy, which is creating abundance for ourselves and our world. It's about the science of getting rich for women, and rich in all areas of our life. And I wasn't planning on writing this book, and it was a complete surprise, but Pillar 4 of Thought Leader Academy, this is what we teach, and it needed its own book, apparently. So I said yes. I made a decision, because our decisions determine our destiny. And then I burned the boats by saying to all these people that I care about and that I want to be in integrity with, I'm doing this, and I'm doing it in about a month, and it's coming out in March. And then I went the next step and met with publishers who can execute in that timeline. Some can do it quickly, some are on traditional timelines and they can't. And our new publisher said, yes, we can get this done for you. Manuscript has to be to us by January 31st. And so I have been writing my ass off, okay? Because I'm going all the way. You get to go all the way. And Lori Lindbergh, if you're watching, right? You came to the boot camp in the fall, and you've been wanting to write this book for years and years and years and years, and just it clicked. You made a decision, you made it social, you told the members of TLA, you're like, I'm writing this book, and Lori's finishing her book this month. Congratulations, Lori. So you're next. You're watching this, you're next. Decision, whether you do the boot camp or not, the accelerator or not, decide to go all in. So this isn't something you're talking about, fantasizing about, dreaming about, you're actually doing, which is harder. It's more fun to fantasize, talk, and dream in the short term. But in the long term, we never get the fulfillment. We never make the impact because we fantasized, talked, and dreamed and didn't get after it. So I'm bringing in some divine masculine energy and saying, if you want support doing it, you've got the boot camp, you have the accelerator, you have the weekly writer's room, you have all the stuff. And you deserve this, and people are waiting. They need it. Whether your gremlin says that's BS or not, it's the truth, because I've coached hundreds of writers at this point, probably thousands, and they get those emails. Saying like, I needed this. Oh my God, did I need this? This changed my life. That's your book. That's your writing project. That's your business, your talk, whatever it is that you're writing. Let's go all in. So I want to hear about it. Decide, because your decisions determine your destiny. Decide it's all in. Get whatever support or structures in place that are going to help you, and then make it social. I'm not backing out now. The whole time I was like, I got tested positive for COVID, felt funky for a few days. We had the holidays. There were all these reasons. My calendar was booked up with all our new awesome, people starting Thought Leader Academy. I had all the reasons in the world not to make the deadline, just to say this book was a mistake. I wanted to do that many, many times. But the reason I didn't is because I told all of you and my clients and my husband and my child is watching to see what it's like when you say you're going to do something or you're going to do it. And this book gets to come out, and my deep desire and hope, and I'm choosing to have faith, it's going to change people's lives. It's going to give them something. It's going to empower them. It's going to split them open. It's going to break off starving artists from this planet. We don't need that archetype anymore. Prosperous artists, powerful, abundant thought leaders. You're here. People are waiting for it. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. So exciting. I'll see you next week.